Okay, what is the purpose of human life according to Islam? This is what we're going to talk about in this short video. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to look at three key passages in the Quran. The first passage is from chapter 2, verses 30 to 33, where God talks to angels saying, I will create a caliph on earth, a vicegerent on earth. And the angels say, will you create a being who will shed blood and cause mischief while we glorify and worship you? And then God demonstrates to the angels the key distinction of human beings. What makes human beings unique? And that uniqueness is the human ability to learn things. And God teaches Adam the names of everything and asks angels to call things or name things. They can't. Ask Adam to name it, and he can. And God says, didn't I tell you I know what you do not know? So from this, what we get is that human ability to learn and name things, the key thing here is the naming of things, is a distinguishing aspect of human existence. And when we name something, we're actually representing that thing in a language. I think this is very important. We are actually using a symbol to represent the reality. And we get this in the second set of verses in the Quran, chapter Rahman, the first 4 verses where it says, Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran, khalaqa al-insan, allamahu al-bayan. The most compassionate taught the Quran, created human being, and taught bayan. Now, bayan means language or linguistic expression. And once again, it's linked to naming things, because the only way we can have language is if we could name things. And once again, language is a symbol because we have multiple languages. Each one represents the reality. So with the language, our brains are hardwired to understand symbols and relate those symbols to the reality. So this is very important. The third set of verses is actually the first revelation given to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the first 5 verses of chapter 96, where the Quran says, read in the name of your Lord who has created you from something that clings. Read, for your Lord is most generous. He taught men how to write with the pen and what he did not know. And here the key emphasis is reading and writing with the pen. And this is also, it alludes to language and use of writing, and writing also works with symbols. You know, you use certain shapes and characters to represent sounds, and sounds represents language, and language represents the reality out there, the things and the actions or what happens in the natural world. And it is interesting that when this chapter 96 was revealed to Prophet Muhammad and he was commanded to read, his reply was, I don't know how to read. And the angel squeezes him and repeats the command. And Prophet Muhammad replies, I don't know what to read. And this happens 3 times. And eventually he says, what should I read? And the rest of the revelation is revealed. It is interesting that somebody who doesn't know how to read is asked to read. And it says, read in the name of your Lord. And here's the link to us, is that human being is asked to read the book of creation, basically. The universe is like a book. It needs to be read. The things that we know need to be looked at as symbols of indicating something greater. And our brains are wired to that, whether through language or reading and writing. So basically, we always look for meaning greater than what we can see. Or what does this mean? What does this indicate? And this is the only way to discover God. So basically, the fundamental purpose of human life is to discover God's existence by reading the book of universe. And I should also point out here that when we say purpose of human life, we shouldn't just look for one purpose. There are multiple related purposes from the perspective of the Creator for human being. Even a bee is created for multiple purposes: make honey, pollinate flowers, and so on. Surely, human being, the most complex and advanced creature in the universe that we know of, must have multiple purposes. So I'm going to touch on some of those in other videos. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel Theology of Quran.